Right. Um, I kind of know what I want to talk about, but I don't quite know how I'm going to get there. There's some stuff that I want to touch on, and it's a little bit scientifical. It's not really scientifical, so I've gone for shades when I get scientifical, sort of halfway between the doctor and the, and the dude. The Doctor and the Dude sounds like a book. Um, but yeah, I want to talk a little bit about subconsciouses and how they learn. They learn by viewing things that happen and relating them to feelings and then drawing conclusions to learn how to behave in situations. And what's that figure of 90% of your brain is your subconscious or whatever? I don't know how they figure this shit out. I don't know where the subconsciousometer is. But I know I've heard that. It's kind of like folklore, isn't it? And a lot of that shit's wrong. Someone might have read it on the internet and that sort of shit. But yeah, that might be quite a good one actually. If every time you stated a fact that you were being sort of challenged on, and you were asked where you got it from, and it was like, oh, did you hear it on the news? Did you read it on the internet? If every time you did that, there was a response and ridicule to your opinion, you would gradually learn that anything you read on the internet was going to be bollocks. And you wouldn't have had a conscious thought about it. That you would learn things gradually under the surface, which is precisely why people can be manipulated. It's what they call pushing your buttons. Basically, people can see and sense those buttons in you, and they know how to create situations that happen suddenly that produce those things, and they know they have just created a different person slightly. So like, yeah, do you know what? Fuck it, I'm going to say it. It's like, if someone has been in a relationship with one of the, everyone's a bit narcissistic. Everyone's a bit narcissistic. If you take selfies, you're narcissistic. I take loads of selfies, mate. You know what I mean? It is. Just Google it if you don't believe me. Does taking a selfie make me a narcissist? Google that and see what you find. But the extreme narcissists, the clever ones, the fucking clever ones that look like angels and princes and fucking imperialistic fucking those types. If you've been in a relationship with one of them for 5 years and you hear someone talk about that experience or what it left them with, and how they're still saying, 10 years later, I'm still fucking angry at him and I can see it happening and rah, rah, rah. And again, in my world, it seems to be that women can describe the shit that goes on for me and it's normal because it's a female domain, because it's emotionally related. And, fucking birds, mate, you know what feelings are like for that fucking lot. That sort of attitude that is in society, it's not my opinion. It's not a lot of people's opinion, but apparently it's what it is. Like so much of fucking society is just a big false fucking description of dynamics, basically. But that shit you can put on Facebook and people will understand what you're going through and say it must be so fucking hard for you and da 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 da. And my situation was way more significant than a 5-year relationship with a narcissist, believe me. And there was 3 of them. And they were teaching me. So I'm fucked. That's how I know I'm fucked. It's, some of the things about, the scientific element of it. Like the human consciousness basically just sort of is an awareness that swims through reality and goes, pleasure's over there, pain's over there, I want to go that way. And then it spends its time figuring out what produces pleasure and what produces pain, and it goes there. It's things like comfort, security, a home, a place to sleep, friends around you, people to talk to. And when you talk, we all seek approval. We all approval seek from each other. And yeah, this one was on my mind last night, actually. This was a real thing that happened. It was while I was at uni, and the ticket machine was broken. And all you needed to do was drive through to the next door car park, which was like £1 more or something. But it was, and it was seen, because it was a big car park, it was seen as miles away. But if you parked on this edge of it and just walked through the bushes bit, and there was three, I'll just say people, moaning like fuck about it. When I walked past them from my car, I just go, oh, I know what to do. And I went and got the ticket, came back, put it in the car, still standing moaning about how ridiculous and inconvenient it was, and they were busy, and da-da-da-da-da. They kept saying how busy they were. And I walked past them again, and I was like, well, I'm not being funny. You were here before me, and you're still here now, and you're talking about how you're too busy. But apparently wasting more time moaning about it helps. And that's why I just shake my head going, humans. And part of me goes, is that not what I always get accused of? Making a big deal out of fuck all and just living in a load of shit. But they're doing that and giving each other the approval. You know, when someone slags somebody off, not slags them off, when they recount a story of a stressful journey and this fucking bloke pushed in front of me, rah, 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 they want you to go, he did what? Fucking what a wanker. And it's just a chat, but under the surface, that is an approval-seeking situation. This happened, and I feel like that about it. No, that's fully justified. You're okay to be self-righteous. Your subconscious can relax. It's pretty much how it plays out. And, you know, that teaching was very, very contorted in me, and I didn't find out. Not fully, but things that had always had these weirdnesses to them. That, like I said, I was suddenly transported back to things I'd forgotten about. And lights were coming on fucking everywhere. So that was what caused my meltdown, effectively, because, you know, the schizoid shit started happening, actually. I cannot rule out that when I was on Concerta is the most significant time in my life that the schizoid shit happened. And I was talking to other people on the ADHD website about it, and they were saying the same thing. Basically, like when, if you've been raving all night and you're spangled and you go to the shop the next day and it's like, fuck, everyone knows that feeling. But it's like, but I'm a uni student and I'm stone cold fucking sober. That sort of feeling. That's what I, you know, when I look back, I think, when did this shit really start? Because all I know is I've gradually come to this realization that the world is very, very fucking different to how it ever was for me. And I can't interpret it and interact with it, and I don't understand what people mean. And that causes a lot more unrest than you think. Because of cognitive dissonance, which I've mentioned before. But that is when your paradigms, which are your big fucking learnings of what's right and wrong and how things make sense, are totally challenged by your reality, because your subconscious learns from your reality. It's the biggest contributor to it. This is why it's a dick. I don't like it. It carries your deepest desires and dreams. It's like, not looking at them. No, you'll know when you get them. No, I know all about them and I'm keeping them here. It's a dick. It's a fucking dick. They're my dreams and fucking desires. Why don't I know about them, you prick? Why do other people have to tell them back to me by interpreting my fucking behaviour? We interpret reality and our subconscious draws conclusions and makes sense of the world. This shit's happening at a very fucking subliminal level. And what we try to do is take our 10% little tiny voice of the subconscious and go, that's not really happening. And there's these huge fucking, no, but that's what, no, hang on, I can't revisit that because so many times this has been proved over and over again, and I'm a fucking subconscious, and I make your body sick. I live in your body. That's why you get gut feelings and stuff. I always used to call it your body mind. I am your body. I am your subconscious, and I exist in your body, and that's why I get what they call, what was it? Body illusions. That's it. That's why the schizotypal is the funny one, but it's also the sinister one, because it's got all of this. And that's my only qualm with him saying I'm not going to treat it, because it's the schizoidicalness that is my main fucking problem. And it stems from my subconscious, my core, deep down, never get to look at it subconscious, have made lots of learnings. And then was obviously in a society which had different learnings, and it all seemed as if it was supposed to be the same. And that's why I was permanently fucking confused. And then it just suddenly happened 3 years ago where the whole fucking lot zoomed up into fucking monstrosity. And so I'm like, that's why I'm saying, yeah, okay, it's 3 years and I'm still fucking sitting here. But it's like my logical mind is going, it is not a fucking surprise, mate. It is not. When, if the versions of reality get contorted to this fucking degree, it has a significant effect on that individual's ability to interact and interpret, which is all of the things that are in those little bullet points of schizotypal and stuff like that. But what those little sentences mean is colossal confusion, bewilderment, and fear. That's what it leads to. And but yet I'm not doing that. I'm just being wishy-washy. That's how my subconscious is trying to learn what it thinks it knows, and it's being told something. It is little wonder I'm fucking confused all the time, and little wonder I don't know how to help. But I'm trying to help right now. This is still a part of it all. I felt really fucking shit and low yesterday after some very good fucking news. But that's how my life can fucking go. This is what I'm always saying, how I can get unseated out of the blue. It's like I was happy. And I just went and thought, those trainers look all right. They're 25 quid in the fucking sales. Nice. These bad boys. 25 fucking quid. Not half fucking bad, are they? Right? They basically ruined my day. Because I've got a very twisted and contorted subconscious, which isn't my conscious thoughts. And when I challenge it with conscious thoughts, it's like, basically, the fucking rest of me needs to catch up. And it had a great many years of thinking everything was one way, and it wasn't. Apart from the fact that those connections had to get severed, and, basically every day that I am still being myself, I'm doing something painful, and part of me still believes that. I'm doing something painful to someone else, I'm doing something to them by just existing and not being present. And I've been told that specifically. So, breaking free of a toxic situation is there's a big part of me that still believes that I am doing something incredibly selfish. I've gradually been taught that every time I think I have an emotion, I'm instantly being selfish and I don't care about other people, and oh, for God's sake, I'm impatient with the fact that I'm having it. Little wonder that that's what gets reflected back to me, and it gets reflected back to me in my day-to-day because of my vibration. And I know I can talk to other people about what's going on and they don't agree, and there's different dynamics and all that sort of stuff, and it can be explained, but it's like, that's what I'm drawing towards me, and that's why I'm getting called pathetic and needy and weird, because there's deep bits of me that agree because they were taught to, and I'm feeling it all happen as if it's happening, and I don't agree with it, and I know it's wrong, and it's incredibly fucking difficult. It's the hardest thing I've ever had to try and deal with in my life. I keep saying that, and I have been through a lot of shit. But, nail it to the fucking wall, mate, and look at it all then. As shit as it fucking is, and as woeful as it sounds, and as much as you know that so many people have in your life, which is how I've learned, given up on you because of it. And my subconscious learned that at the same time, because I keep getting given up on a hopeless case. So it's no wonder I'm carrying around, I'm a pathetic, needy, hopeless case in my head, and I can feel it shouting at me, and I'm going, you're fucking wrong, and I'm not seeing the changes. That's why I'm getting despairing, whatever the word is, whatever the fucking word is. But this is the therapy. You've got to fucking get worse to get better sometimes. That's the way I'm seeing it. I'm being long again.